It was a chilly Sunday morning in London. The sound of raindrops hitting the window made everything feel peaceful. Inside a cozy apartment on Willow Street, Emma Bennett was preparing breakfast: scrambled eggs, toast, and a cup of freshly brewed coffee for her husband, Daniel. Daniel Bennett was a handsome man in his early 30s, a corporate lawyer known for his intelligence and calm demeanor. Emma, a schoolteacher, was the heart of their home, gentle, warm, and endlessly caring. Together, they were what people called the perfect couple. They had been married for 7 years and lived a life that seemed picture perfect to everyone around them. But what no one knew was that Emma's heart often whispered, "Something feels missing." Daniel was often busy with work. He would leave early, return late, and sometimes forget their anniversary or her birthday. Emma never complained. She simply smiled and said, "I understand. You're doing your best." One evening, as she was cleaning the bookshelf in their living room, a small yellow envelope fell from behind an old novel. Her name was written on it, Emma Bennett, in Daniel's handwriting. Curious, she opened it. Inside was a short note. "If you ever find this letter, know that I'm sorry. I never meant for you to discover the truth this way." Her heart started to pound. "The truth?" she whispered. "What truth?" Before she could read more, Daniel's voice came from the doorway. "Hey, love, what are you doing?" Emma quickly hid the letter behind her back. "Oh, nothing. Just cleaning up," she said, forcing a smile. He kissed her forehead and walked into the kitchen, unaware that his entire life was about to change. That night, Emma couldn't sleep. Her mind kept replaying the words from the letter. What was Daniel sorry for? What truth could he possibly be hiding? The next morning, while Daniel was in the shower, she searched the bookshelf again. Nothing. Then she opened the drawer of his study desk. Inside were bills, legal papers, and another envelope. This one had no name, just a date written in Daniel's handwriting, June 10th, 2017. That was the year they got married. With trembling hands, she opened it. Inside was a photograph of Daniel standing next to a woman she didn't recognize. A woman with dark hair and deep brown eyes. They looked close, too close. On the back of the photo, a note read, "For all the memories we shared, even if they must remain hidden forever." Emma felt her chest tighten. The room seemed to spin. Who was this woman? What did Daniel mean by hidden forever? She quickly put everything back before Daniel could notice. But from that day on, things changed inside her. She still smiled, still cooked, or still talked to him. But now, every glance, every touch, every word felt like a lie. A week later, Emma decided to visit Daniel's office during lunch, something she rarely did. She brought him his favorite lunch and entered the tall glass building with a cheerful heart but a suspicious mind. When she reached his floor, the receptionist smiled. "Oh, you must be Mrs. Bennett. Daniel talks about you all the time." Emma smiled politely. "Thank you. Is he in his office?" "He just stepped out," the receptionist said. "He went to lunch with a client, Miss Olivia Carter." Emma froze. Olivia Carter. She had seen that name before. Daniel's email once popped up on his laptop screen, a message from someone named Olivia Carter, marked confidential. She tried to stay calm. "Do you know where they went for lunch?" The receptionist shrugged. "Probably the cafe across the street." Emma walked out quietly and crossed the street. Through the glass window of a small Italian cafe, she saw Daniel sitting at a corner table, laughing with a woman. Her heart sank. It was the same woman from the photograph. That night, Emma waited until Daniel came home. Her eyes were red, but her face was calm. "How was work?" she asked. "Busy as usual," he replied, removing his tie. "You know how Mondays are." "I saw you today," she said softly. Daniel froze. "What do you mean?" "I went to your office. You were having lunch with Olivia Carter." Silence filled the room. For a few seconds, Daniel said nothing. Then he took a deep breath. "Emma, it's not what you think." "Then what is it, Daniel?" Her voice cracked. "Who is she?" He sat down, rubbing his forehead. "She's someone from my past. Before I met you, your ex?" Emma's voice trembled. "Yes," he admitted, "but there's more to it." Daniel took a deep breath and said, "Before I met you, I was engaged to Olivia. We were together for 3 years, but 2 months before our wedding, she disappeared. No note, no goodbye. She just vanished." Emma's eyes softened slightly, but she stayed silent. "For years, I didn't know where she went. Then, last year, she suddenly reappeared, said she had been living abroad, dealing with family problems. She wanted to talk, to explain. I met her just to get closure, Emma." "That's all closure," she repeated. "And you hid it from me. You wrote letters, took photos, met secretly. Daniel, this isn't closure. This is betrayal." He looked down, ashamed. "I didn't tell you because I didn't want to hurt you. I didn't want you to think I still had feelings for her." Tears streamed down her face. "Do you?" He looked up, pain in his eyes. "No, I love you, Emma. Only you." She turned away, unable to trust his words. A few days later, Daniel had to travel for work. Emma stayed home alone, trying to decide what to do. She still couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing from his story. While dusting the basement, she noticed an old chest she had never opened before. Curiosity got the better of her. Inside were old letters, photographs, and, to her shock, a small baby blanket with the initials O.C., Olivia Carter. Among the papers, one letter stood out. It was written by Daniel to someone named Grace. "Grace, I'm sorry I couldn't tell Emma. She wouldn't understand. Please take care of Olivia until I can make things right." Emma dropped the letter. What does this mean?" She read it again, shaking. "Until I can make things right? Take care of Olivia?" But Olivia was an adult woman, unless there was another Olivia? A child? That evening, she called Daniel. "We need to talk." He sighed. "Emma, please. I'm coming home tomorrow. Can we talk then?" "No," she said firmly. "You need to tell me now who is Grace and who is Olivia, the one with the initials O.C. on the baby blanket." There was a long pause on the line. Then Daniel said softly, "I was going to tell you everything soon." "Tell me now, Daniel." He exhaled deeply. "Olivia Carter, the woman you saw, she's not just my ex. She's—" My sister Emma went silent. "What?" she whispered. "My father had an affair years ago. Olivia is my half-sister. When my mother found out, she was devastated. To protect her, I promised never to tell anyone. But when our father died, Olivia came back into my life. She wanted to know her family." Emma's mind spun. "Then why did you hide it?" "Because," Daniel said, "the truth could destroy my mother. She still doesn't know Olivia exists. I couldn't let her find out." Emma covered her mouth, shocked. "So all this time, you've been hiding your sister from everyone?" "Yes," he whispered. "That's why I wrote those letters. Not to Olivia, but to Grace, her mother. I was helping them financially." Secretly, Emma felt tears welling up again. Not from anger this time, but from guilt and relief. "Oh my God, Daniel, I thought you were cheating." He chuckled sadly. "I know how it looked. I should have trusted you enough to tell you." I just didn't want my family to break apart. When Daniel returned the next day, Emma hugged him tightly. I'm sorry, she whispered. I should have asked before assuming the worst. No, he said gently. You had every right to question me. I should have told you everything. Over the next few weeks, they slowly rebuilt their trust. Daniel introduced Emma to Olivia, who turned out to be kind and deeply grateful. You have no idea how much Daniel loves you, Olivia told her. He always talks about you. Emma smiled softly. I believe that now. Months passed. Life returned to normal. One evening, as Emma was organizing old photographs for a family album, she found one picture that didn't fit. A photo of a little girl around 5 years old with the same brown eyes as Daniel. On the back it said, "To Daddy with love, Anna." Her hands trembled. Daddy? She confronted Daniel once again. Daniel, who is Anna? He froze. His face went pale. Emma, please sit down. Just tell me the truth, she said. He took a deep breath. Before I met you, I had a daughter. Emma's eyes widened. What? Her name is Anna. Her mother died in an accident when Anna was 2. I was young, broke, and couldn't raise her alone. Grace, Olivia's mother, offered to take care of her temporarily. But when Olivia disappeared, she took Anna too. That's why I've been helping them. Emma's knees felt weak. You have a daughter, and you never told me. He looked at her, tears in his eyes. I was afraid, Emma. Afraid you'd leave me, afraid it would change everything between us. For days, Emma said nothing. She went to work, smiled at her students, cooked dinner, but inside, she was torn. Part of her wanted to forgive him. Another part felt deeply betrayed. That night, she sat on the balcony looking at the city lights. Daniel joined her silently. Finally, she spoke. You should have trusted me with your truth, Daniel. Love isn't built on secrets. I know, he said softly, but I was scared. I've already lost one family. I couldn't bear to lose another. She turned to him. Then prove it. Bring Anna home. Let me meet her. If we're truly a family, there should be no more secrets. He looked at her, tears glistening in his eyes. Are you sure? Yes, she said firmly. Every child deserves a home, and every marriage deserves honesty. A week later, Daniel brought Anna home. She was a shy, sweet little girl with curls and curious eyes. When she saw Emma, she hid behind Daniel's leg. Emma knelt down and smiled. Hi, Anna. I'm Emma. Anna hesitated, then whispered, Are you my new mommy? Emma's heart melted. She hugged her gently. If you'll have me? Daniel watched them, tears rolling down his face. For the first time in years, his family, his real family, was together. Years later, Emma often thought about the day she found that first letter. It had nearly destroyed them. Yet, in a strange way, it had also saved them. Because through lies, pain, and secrets, they had learned the most important truth of all. Love isn't perfect. It's patient. It's painful. But when it's real, it survives every secret. And every morning, as Emma watched Daniel making breakfast with little Anna giggling beside him, she smiled and whispered to herself, The truth may hurt, but love always heals.